Today we're going to be talking about pirouettes from 5th. I asked you guys on Tuesday whether you wanted pirouettes from 5th or attitude pirouettes. Most of you said pirouettes from 5th, but some of you did say attitude, so that will be next week. So pirouettes from 5th, a lot of the same things from fouettes, the fouette video, applies to this. First and foremost, when you're doing a pirouette from 5th, this sounds very, very simple, but you have to use your plie. I see so many people do they prepare, and then it's like, and then they try and turn from nothing, right? You really have to plie, keep the plie going, and then you can get around, rather than and somewhere in here, right? So the first thing, really, really use your plie and go up, and that's how you get a pirouette. Like the fouettes, we also talked about if you don't have the strength to just do simple releves, you can't do turns. So with pirouettes from 5th, a good exercise is to plie and up, and plie and up. And if you can't go straight up and down, or you're over here or something, you're not going to be able to turn it. So the most important thing, and we've been talking about this on my online classes, with being in line is the hip and what the legs do. If you do plie and passe comes up like this, scientifically getting around is not going to be that easy because you're in a broken line. You really want to keep everything completely in line. The foot comes up, hips don't move, it's just the leg coming up and down. Because watch, if you turn and the hip lifts, you're offline. You really want to think of keep it in, nothing moves but the leg, and you can go around, right? Also, like in the fouettes, your chest is very important. If you do plie, turn, right? Plie, it stays open and finish, rather than somewhere like this. So make sure you're plieing, make sure the leg comes up, hip doesn't lift, and don't, because you're also, when you're doing this, you're here, and you lose the chest, you're breaking the line again. And to think of it like a tree. If a tree wasn't completely straight, if it's leaning, it's going to fall, right? You have to keep everything in line so don't lose this as you turn. So we've got our plie. We're practicing releve, keeping the hip down, see? And then, as you releve, we're keeping the chest open. Now, when you turn, this sounds very odd, but many, many people in pirouettes from 5th don't go up. They don't realize that they're staying the same level. So it's almost like, you know what I mean? You have to lift the body up, head goes up, plie, I go up, and I come down. Not around and then somewhere, right? You really have to think everything goes up and it finishes. It's almost easier to do a pirouette from 5th with the arms up because that's what it does with the body. So you really want to think of taking everything up and down. I had a teacher in SAB tell me one time from pirouettes from 5th, build the house backwards. Build the roof first. So almost think of up first, and then you can stay. It's when you panic and don't go around and try and finish that it doesn't work. So build the house backwards. Again, this is also keeping the chest open, because if you lose your chest, you're going to go around like this. So you really want to think chest stays open, I go up, I come down. So we have the plie, we're pushing, hips stay flat, chest is open, we're going around. The other important thing with any really pirouettes is you have to bring the other side with you. I see so many people pirouettes from 5th, and pirouettes from 5th, in my opinion, are the hardest, because you don't have a lot to go from. I see so many people do this, and they're already late with this side. You really have to bring it with you and finish, not leave it behind. This arm really doesn't matter. You don't need a lot of width, right? It can be nowhere. It's this arm that makes the turn. This just looks ugly. This looks like, get out of my way, right? Really, You can, again, put it on the hips to practice. It's this arm that brings you around, right? If you have to do multiples, that's what brings you around. Whether you're in fourth, whether you're in attitude, the opposite side. But again, don't droop the chest as you bring it around. You really want to open, bring this side, and finish. If you have to do multiple pirouettes, like the teacher variation in Don Quixote Act 1 where she goes down the diagonal, doing 16 or something, you have to think of putting the foot down slightly early, because if you don't, you're going to overshoot it, right? If you have to do multiples, you have to put the foot down slightly early. I'm almost thinking of putting it down once I reach the corner, rather than to you. Because if I put it down to you guys, I'm already late. So if you have to do really fast multiples that are singles, you don't need a lot of force. Put the foot down early, and that way you're in control. So plie, really make sure the hips are level. Keep the chest open, right? Bring the opposite side with you. Go up, which again, people think, of course you have to go up, but you wouldn't believe how many people don't actually lift up on pirouettes with it. Kind of like they want to just get down, right? You have to go up and come down. Really, really lift. This is really helpful. If you don't use this to turn, you're not going to get around. So lifting up, bring the opposite side, and most importantly, on any pirouette, trust yourself. If you think, I have to jump, you know what I mean? Say, okay, it's just a pirouette. Plie, I trust myself, and I come down, right? It's not a big deal. It's just a pirouette. Same thing with multiples. Bring the other side, finish, and come down. The audience has to see that you've turned. Don't let them miss it, right? I've turned, and now I'm done, right? Okay? So really just trust yourself. I had another teacher tell me one time, don't panic, just plie, right? Plie, you go up, everything lifts, chest is open, hips stay flat, right? And finish, and you're done. So let me know if this helped you guys. Again, we will continue with these turns. I don't want to ever throw too much info at you. 5-minute video is all we need because it's too much to think about. So thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you next week.
If you missed my January favorites video, you can click it to watch. Also, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to click the subscribe button to subscribe.